But why would you want solar lights, you may ask? Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papa's Place. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today I got another solar powered street light. Now guys, if you got a place that you ain't got no electricity, like at a shop or anywhere that you want a light and you don't want to run electricity, let me tell you, these solar street lights is the way to go. Now, I have one out there on my shed that's been there over a year that I got a video on. I attach that above. You can go watch that video. It's a different brand light from this one. But I really fell in love with that light. Well, I got another solar street light here. And there's a young lady that's got a place that needs a light, and that's probably where we're going to be installing this. But I'm going to get this light out and look at it, and then we'll go install it. Now this one here is a lot bigger. This is a 1,000 watt solar street light. This is the solar panel for it. That's a 30 watt solar panel. We'll just lay this to the side. This light comes with a mounting post where you can mount it around a round pole and clamp it, or you can screw it straight into a flat wall, and we'll get to that later. Actually, at her place, I ain't exactly seen how we're going to be mounting this yet, but it's got the post. And I'm going to assemble what I can assemble here before we go to erect this. And it has the bracket here that mounts on the back of the solar panel. Just takes 4 little screws, 2 on each side right here. And this other little bracket here is where the solar panel will mount on here, and you can set it for different angles according to where you mount it and where the sun's rising and where the sun's setting is the angle you want to set it on. And then it'll mount right straight on top of this post. And you can turn this different angles. So let's see what else is in the box. This is a IP65 waterproof. And guys, that's the light. And I can tell you right now, that's going to be one bright light because as much lighting it has in here. When you run your wire up the post, and this is where you plug it into your solar panel. It comes with a remote control and all the bolts and nuts that you need to mount it with. Like I said, this is 1,000 watt, but you can get this in different watts. I chose 1,000 watt, and with this remote, you can turn the light on and off. You can brighten it and dim it, or you can have a one touch and it'll just put it on bright, or one touch and it'll put it all the way on dim. Then it's got a 3-hour setting to where you can set it for 3 hours, and once it gets dark it'll come on for 3 hours and then go off, or you can set it for 5 hours and it'll go off, or you can set it for 8 hours and then it'll go off, or you can hit the auto mode, which is what mine is set in out there, and this one's going to be set in. The auto mode, once it gets dark, it'll come on and it'll be at its full brightness, and it'll stay on at its full brightness for a certain amount of time, and then it'll dim itself down like 50% bright, and I'm just using that for an example, and then it'll stay on for several hours, and then it'll dim itself down to about 30% brightness, and it'll stay on, and once it gets daylight the next morning it goes off. And that's the setting we're gonna have it in, kind of like I have one out there at my shop. Now the one at my shop out there, like I said, it's a different brand. It's motion activated. It stays in. I got it set to where it stays kind of in a 30% light mode. But when you walk out there, it's motion activated, and then it'll come on fully bright as long as you need out there around the shop doing something. You walk away from the shop, then it'll dim itself back down, and it stays on all night, and it's been out there for going on a year now. But this light right here, I have a link in the description below to where you can purchase this light, and the website, the store that sells this light. Guys, this light here is sold by, and I'm going to spell it because I don't want to pronounce this wrong, BUYTHA. BUYTHA. And there'll be a link in the description below this video. There'll be an Amazon affiliated link where you can go purchase these lights. And I'll put the link to this company's store here where you can go see what else they got for sale. So right now what I'm going to do, look like about all I can do before I get ready to mount it is just to put this little piece right here on the back of the solar panel with the 4 little screws that's in the pack right here. Now I'm thinking I'm going to be mounting this on a wood pole, so all I'm going to be doing is taking 4 leg bolts and screwing mine straight to the pole just like that, unless I get to her house and I see something different. Some of the little screws here done fell out of the pack, and I'm having to fish them out of the bottom down here. Instead of using their little bitty wrench, I'm gonna go get me a screwdriver and my own little wrench so I can work better with them. Alright guys, all you need to put this bracket on the back, like I said, I went and got my own wrench because they're a little longer and easier for me to hold on to, is an 8mm wrench and a Phillips screwdriver. Just got to slide that nut up under that screw, get it lined up. Put your wrench on your nut so it won't turn. And if I got it lined up, it'll tighten up. There it goes. Like I said, there's 4 of these that holds this on. Alright guys, you can see that was real simple, just 4 little screws and nuts just to put the bracket on the back of your solar panel. Like I said, this is a 30 watt, it's got wrote on the back here, 30 watt solar panel. Max system voltage, 1000 volts. So I'm going to go on and put the bracket on. Also, here's another one. It's got 4 little screws. Put the first 2 right in the center hole, and the other 2 guys you can adjust the angle with. Guys, the sun started coming up over the house before I got this assembled. But I just put this bracket on here, and it takes 2 little screws, and you put them right here in the center holes. That way you can adjust the angle, and you put the other 2 little screws in these other holes here at whatever angle you need it. I'm just gonna stick them in here in the center hole on straight. And then when I get over there to mount the light, I may have to change the angle of the light a little bit. So I'm not going to tighten them up until I get over there to install it. Because if I tighten them up, then I have to redo it if I have to change the angle. So it ain't no sense in tightening these until you know the angle you're gonna need. Again, this will bolt straight onto your pipe, just like that. Which I'm gonna wait till I get the pipe installed, and we'll go from there. So guys, that's as much as I can put together at this point. And it may be another day for me before I go install that light, but I wanted to go on and get it out and look at it and make sure everything was okay. And then just then I went on and hooked the wire up, and I got the solar panel pointing toward that bright sun coming up. And the little light come on blinking, showing it's charging. You can see it's a cool morning this morning. I'm sitting over here warming my hands, having a cup of coffee now. But why would you want solar lights, you may ask? Well, they're very handy, like I said. Anywhere that you ain't got electricity out to it, or you don't want to have to run electricity, them solar lights is very handy. And I got several different ones of different styles stuck around here already. And guys, I've had good luck with them. I got one, and I'll pop it up on the screen. It's just a little solar bionic light. Wasn't but like a little $20 light. And I would go show you, but I done took it over to that lady's house so she would have a light until we got this light in and installed. But I had that little $20 bionic light, I think what it was called, for going on 2 years, and it went through ice and snow where it was covered with ice and snow, and that little fella still working. And even some of these other ones I got around here, I mean, I've had no issues with them. We'll walk out here to the shed in a minute, and I'll give you a shot of that one that I told you I installed and I got a video on, and it's done been there over a year and works fine. Now, once I get them set the way I wanted, the one out there at the shed, truth is, I probably couldn't even find a remote right now if I wanted to, because I got it set the way I want it, and I put the remote up, and it leaves it in the setting, and that'll be the same way with this one here. Once we get it set where to come on, once it gets dark, we're going to set it in the mode where it comes on. It'll be bright. So many hours later, it'll dim down to 50%. So many hours later, it'll dim down to like 30%. And it'll run all night long and give you light. So solar power lights is real handy. They've come a long way since they first started making them, just like with everything else. They really work good. And like I said, I'll leave in the description below this video will be a link where you can go purchase these lights. But right now I'm gonna sit here and finish my coffee and warm up, and like I said, it may be another day, so I may not even be in these same clothes. And who knows, I might get over there today and put this light up. But after we get it installed, guys, I'm gonna get out there at night, turn it on, show y'all how bright it is. And like I said, that's 1,000 watt there. So it ought to sure enough be bright. So y'all get y'all a cup of coffee, and just a manner like that, we'll be putting the light up. Alright guys, we're at the lady's house where I'm going to be putting this, but I'm going to be putting it up on a pole pretty high, but I was going to demonstrate to y'all putting it on a pole, a wood pole. It's going to fit flat on that pole, just like I'm putting it on the side of this building, and I'm going to use 4 lag bolts and screw into that pole. And that's going to be how the pole's mounted. Then of course I showed you how you put the solar panel on it earlier, but then far as the light, you just run this wire sticking out down inside the pipe, and it comes out the hole right here on the bottom, and it just slides over the pole, and you tighten up the 4 Allen screws. Because I'm going to be up high doing this, and I ain't going to be able to show y'all, so I wanted to demonstrate how this goes together. That right there is a meter pole, and I'm going to be putting it up there to about the top of that ladder. That's up there about 12 or 13 feet high. And I know some of you's gonna say I put the solar panel tilted backwards. Well, I did that because we wanted the light this way, and for it to get the most sun, it needed to be tilted backwards toward the pole. You got a remote control, and you can see I can turn the light on, and I'm a good 25 foot from the light right here. But we have to come back at night and give y'all a shot of it at night. All right, guys. Now it's dark, and you can see how much it's lighted up when I come by here. Now I'm finna turn it on to 100% brightness. There's the 100% brightness. I don't know how much y'all can tell on this, but it lights up way plenty out here. There's the 100% brightness. And then I'm gonna dim it down. There's dim down on dim. There's back on bright. So that puts off plenty of light for the lady now. Now we're gonna set it back on auto where it was. It blinked one time, now it's on auto. So guys, you can see it's very simple to install. Yeah, installing it off the ladder ain't the safest thing to do, but that's the easiest thing I had, the quickest thing I wanted to do. But they're easy to install. You ain't got to worry about no electricity. And it's already, I had it charging up this morning after I took it out of the box and assembled them plates I was showing you. It done pretty much charged all day. And the way the sun comes up, especially this time of year, and goes down in the evening, I needed to tilt that thing all the way backwards. So it's pointed back against the pole, which it's gonna get enough sunlight, because once the sun, the time of the year changes, the sun changes more to the east, to the west, so it's gonna be coming right over the top of it. So it should get plenty of electricity to keep it charged. But I'm gonna come back by tonight, play with it, and show y'all how bright it is. And guys, like I said, if you're interested in these solar light right here, I'll put the link in the description below this video. And I hope this helps somebody out. Maybe you was looking at them and wanted to research them before you purchase one of them. I hope this video helped you out. And as always, I hope you have a great day and great week. God bless. See y'all next time.